Charles Z's, everything you need to know when you need to know it, man. Last night we had a big battle, big producer battle. You know what I mean? We had RZA versus DJ Premier, man. Previously we had big battles. We had Timberland versus Swiss. You know, we got a future big battle coming up. Teddy Riley, Babyface. You know. But like I said, tonight we had a big battle. We also had Manny Fresh versus the traditional musician Scott Storch. Man, Scott Storch just pulled out all type of motherfucking heat. You know, Manny had heat, but it was really of the hot boys and shit. But once Scott got to pulling out the Beyoncés and the high billboard shit, it wasn't looking too good for Manny Fresh, who's a legend and an icon in his own right. That battle was more of a traditional musician versus, you know, Manny helped bring in the new sounds, the new machines and shit, you know, and all that shit, software, you know. But Manny definitely a legend, you know what I mean? One of the greats. But Scott Storch took that. But, you know, Saturday we had RZA versus Premier. This was a big one. Man, I was tapping in. I tapped in on that shit. At one point, it said 192,000 motherfuckers was tapped in, man. You feel me? Was online watching this shit, man. Coming in, I maybe underestimated RZA just a little bit. Maybe I said, Premier been doing it a little longer. You feel me? It's a good chance he might take it. Just maybe off doing it a little longer than working with maybe more people. But over the years, I always said that Wu-Tang at one point, they was the industry. They had that much heat out, that much influence. I said Wu-Tang, at this point, they was the industry. And man, RZA proved that shit. He didn't have to reach far outside of his clan, man, for real. He didn't have to reach far. And a lot of people say, I ain't gonna say a lot of people, but I heard several people say Wu-Tang is an acquired taste, which I could say that to some degree is true, because I heard motherfuckers like different street rap groups, maybe Run DMC or NWA, some people but wouldn't fuck with the Wu. You feel me? Like I said, it can be called an acquired taste. But going into the battle, man, I said Premier a little bit, but man, and Premier was the DJ. So Premier playing his hits, he had that DJ, that performance. He could perform. A lot of good DJs perform. Kid Capri and, you know, your traditional DJs performing shit. They know how to cut the records. They know how to scratch it in, mix and blend the records. Premier, he was performing good. You feel me? He had the swag up and everything, but RZA, I don't know if it was Premier selection. I can't even say that. It's just that Wu-Tang, they had a lot of fucking heat. And like I said, RZA didn't have to reach far out of his clan. Just a lot of heat. I heard a lot of people saying that Premier got washed, man. RZA even had a bad sound system. His shit wasn't even the best. Premier had a better sounding sound system. It wasn't as good as Timberland's and Swiss Beats' shit, but Premier's shit was sounding better than RZA, obviously. Like, you could just tell, man. I want to get into some of the track list early on, starting with RZA. RZA played this. He played that Liquid Swords, that Jizza. Man, he played that Method Man, Bring the Pain. He played that Wu-Tang Maria. He played that Wu Gambinos. He played that Ghost Run. Oh man. And played that Shame on a Nigga by, rest in peace, by ODB. Premier, he counteracted that. He played the Jay-Z, A Million and One Questions, MOP, breaking all the rules, Most Def, Mathematics, Big L's The Enemy, KRS-One, MCs act like they don't know. But come on. And this was early on. This was early, man. RZA washed that shit, man. RZA did what he had to do. RZA did what he had to do. Then a little bit later on, we had like 11 through 15th. We had RZA playing that verbal intercourse with Nas. Y'all gotta remember at this point, Wu was keeping everything in house, so it was unheard of them niggas to have it was unheard of for them to have a feature outside their clan. This is where Nas came in with that verbal intercourse, man. That Ghostface, man. That Ghostface, that Nas. I believe Raekwon was on it. Oh my God, that verbal intercourse was crazy. And then we had that Ghostface Buck 50. Then we had Raekwon, that purple tape shit. They don't even call it Only Built for Cuban Links. They call it the purple tape. Imagine your shit being so hot. They call your shit the color of what the tape was, man. Imagine your shit. But that's that. See, Ray was one of the street niggas in the Wu. And in the streets, we know that's marketing and branding when niggas put that stamp on their good package. This is what Ray did. He made his tapes purple, man. That was genius at the time in the 90s, man. They don't even call that shit Only Built for Cuban Links. They call that shit the purple tape. That's how hot that shit was. Then moving on with the track list, we had the Brooklyn Zoo. You feel me? That was by ODB. And we had the Shimmy Ya by ODB. And to follow that up by Premier, we had the Nas Is Like, that's Heat. We had Gangstar Heat. We had the Biggie Unbelievable. Crazy. Ja Rule the Damager, Super Heat, To Come Clean. And we had another Notorious B.I.G., which, classic. I forget which song that was, but I already know it was fucking classic. So we had, man, like I said, man, RZA got busy, man. He ain't even play that Winter Wars. He didn't even play that Winter Wars and shit, man. By Capadonna. That was like on that Sunset Park soundtrack, that Winter Wars. If y'all get a chance, go check out that Winter Wars. That might be a top 5 Wu song. And it's probably definitely Capadonna's best. It might be a I don't want to say a top 3, but that Winter Wars was crazy. Capadonna, he went nuts on that. he went nuts on that Winter Wars, that Sunset Park soundtrack, man. I mean, I don't know. I know Premier had more heat. Sometime in these battles, it's all about what you select to play, your selection. Man, listen. Like I said, RZA didn't play. He didn't play a lot of heat. I know people in the chat was feeling a certain way when RZA played that Long Kiss Goodnight. Being this speculation have it over the years that was a Tupac diss and shit. People wasn't really feeling that too much, but hey, that shit crazy, man. That motherfucker come out knocking bass shit. Guard your grill, man. Go in the ashtray. Wipe the pee up. Man, listen. That shit even sound good not finishing the lines. Go in the ashtray. Wipe the pee up. Coming out the courtroom. Knocking bass shit. Bass shit. Guard your grill. Just mixing the bars around. Not even finishing the bars, because I can't recall them at the time. but not even finishing. The shit just still fucking sound hot, man. So, shit, let me know what y'all think, who y'all had winning this shit, man. Get in my comments. Let me know what y'all got, man. Let me know what y'all got. Like I said, it was a lot of heat that wasn't played on both, on both parts. But, shit, a lot of people had RZA, man. A lot of people had RZA, man. Straight heat from both of them. They both legends, classics, icons and shit. They both went on to do great things. But I want y'all to also check out that battle, that R&B battle coming up. The great Teddy Riley, you know what I mean? Versus the great Babyface, man. Who y'all got? I'm going with Teddy Riley. I'm going with Teddy Riley, man. For real. So, let me know who y'all got, man. Subscribe, share, like this video, pass it around. Shit, like I said, get in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about this beat battle between RZA and Premier. Get at your boy, Charles E's. Everything you need to know when you need